Hello and welcome back to Custom Craziness. Today we're doing the other match of Losers Semifinals, which is actually another rematch of a round one match. Over on the left in the 11 seed, we've got the Djinni and the Jedi Order. This is a control and snowball deck. The base breaking ability is mostly fueled by the Jedi, who accrue these future counters that they can spend at any time after they're first acquired. And the Djinni have a lot of mini modifiers that can be pretty potent but can also backfire. Over in the 6th seed on the right, we've got the Card Slingers and the Centurions. We don't have any Card Slinger cards in our opening hand, but this is a very high tempo deck that uses revealing cards as a way to get its benefits. And although that's mostly coming from Card Slingers, Centurions do incidentally have a lot of revealing cards. To start off, we're using our low risk base deck, and the lower seed is going first. Let's jump in. Alright, what are we doing over here? I don't quite know. We could do Yoda and Wish for Invincibility somewhere. That's not bad. I think I'd prefer to play Kit Fisto this turn. Play Yoda once we know we'll be able to get something out of him. I don't even feel like playing Wish for Invincibility. We can save that for when it's going to be more potent, I think. I think play it in Shadow Realm, get the game started. Kit Fist is mostly just a blank 4 anyway. You haven't usually had reason to use his ability. Alright. Oh, good lightsaber. Getting any of the lightsabers is really good for Jedi. Okay. What are we doing? I think we want to just play Elite somewhere. The question is where? I don't want to put it on Shadow Realm because then Shadow Realm would drop the breakpoint and leave it at 10 away from breaking. That's not very good. I think we can put Elite on Ice Crown Citadel just because it's the biggest base out. We want to keep that around long term if we can help it. Then we'll draw 2. And then we do Elite. Those are the same faction. I think we also like both of those. Let's put them both on top, I guess. Yeah, probably this one first. Okay, these are both really good draws. Alright. Breakpoint goes down. Play purple lightsaber for sure. Use the talent, gain a reshuffle counter. Now we can use these counters for abilities like Yoda, but we can't use them for their own abilities. These ones shuffle a card from discard pile into our deck. These ones draw a card, and these ones give us a power counter. What else are we doing? Yeah, Wish for Invincibility doesn't matter on Elite. You don't want it on the lightsaber minions. I think we do want to play one of our other 4s though. Maybe we play Yoda over on Moonlit Clearing. Or maybe we put him on Ice Crown, just so we can start putting pressure on Elite. Because we want to get rid of this as fast as possible. Okay. This appreciates. Breakpoint goes back up. What do we want to do? We know what our top 2 cards are. I think we're just going to be playing Leader. And then that's it. Probably play him on Moonlit Clearing, because you generally want to try and slip something in under on Shadow Realm, farm the draw, while still getting 2 VP if you get scooped. That's also a very small base to be putting Leader on. Maybe that's okay. Usually that's fine for the most part. Yeah, I think we'll be okay with that. Put him on Moonlit Clearing, we'll use Moonlit Clearing. Place a counter on the elite. Draw 2. And we do elite. Okay, they're different factions, so we draw them. And we drew Twisted Fate and Smashed Up. Alright. Use the talent on the purple lightsaber. This goes down. I don't really have many good options here. It is hand or discard pile. Okay, I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend our 2 future counters with Yoda to grab Do or Do Not. Standard action. We will play Parry on Moonlit Clearing. Place a counter on Yoda, probably. Then we'll play Do or Do Not. Place a stasis counter on it. And gain a future power counter. And then Parry will store Wish to be the strongest minion. I think that's it. They played minion and action. Yeah. And they'll either be able to break something next turn or, at the very least, get another future power counter. Either option is completely fine. Breakpoint goes back up. What are these guys doing? I think they'd much rather be doing stuff on Shadow Realm right now. Maybe, let's see, we could do Twisted Fate. If you can't read those what it says, it's we reveal a minion from our hand and use the effect below based on its power. If it's 0 through 2, we reveal the top 3 cards per deck, return them top or bottom in any order. 3, we give a minion plus 3 power to the end of the turn. 4, we draw 2 cards. We may place a card from our hand on top of our deck. And 5 plus is destroy a minion or an action. That's a very important option on the 5 usually, but also usually just playing the 5s is fine. There are potentially a couple of high value targets, like if they start stacking multiple lightsabers on the same minion, it could be worth using Twisted Fate to destroy that minion, get rid of all that stuff. Yeah, I think for now we just want to sneak something onto Shadow Realm for VP in case they try and break it with Do or Do Not next turn. Yeah. How do we want to do that? We don't know our top 2 cards. Yeah, we do need a minion there for leader to function. I'm debating whether we reveal Card Sharp with Twisted Fate to play it. And that would also give us some knowledge about what we're drawing, because that happens after we process Twisted Fate. We would still have our minion play, but there's a good chance that we get a minion to play. Yeah, I think I like that. Start with Twisted Fate, reveal Card Sharp, so we do the 2 option, reveal our top 3. Alright, Gambler, there we go. That is a perfectly good minion. It might even be something we can chain with. Let's think. If we wanted to go for Moonlit Clearing this turn as well, with just our minion play, we would need 7 power. Oh yeah, we can do that. We would lose leader. but hmm, hmm. Is it okay to lose leader to score Moonlit Clearing here? Just get the game started? Makes it slightly less likely that they can score Shadow Realm? I'm not opposed to that actually. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put card counter on top. Then we're going to do, how do we want to do this? We can put ace on top of our deck to get its bonus VP. I think we're putting card counter on top of the stack, and then I guess it doesn't actually matter what we do with it, everything else, because it's all going to get shuffled away by leader, which is slightly unfortunate for Gambler, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Okay, so we put card counter on top. Now we do card sharp, play it on Shadow Realm, draw a card counter, gonna put ace on top of our deck. And now we have our minion play, we'll play soldier, Moonlit Clearing. Do they have, what do they have for removal? They've got uncapped removal from an action they play in phase 2. They've got removal based on printed power. I think it's okay to do this. This is 11 away from breaking. This would be, what is that, 12 away from breaking? But we want to keep this around more. I think we'd be okay if they scored this. Yeah. Then again, we can just make it harder to score anything, and then we can break Ice Crown ourselves next turn. Sure. And then the card we play with Soldier is card counter. We've revealed 2 more cards from our hand or deck this turn, so it's got +2. Okay. Moonlit Clearing scores. We have to start with leader because it's mandatory. Okay, ace, base modifier. Play or draw one of the revealed cards. All right. Ace is going to get played instead of going back to the deck. All this goes into the deck. And then where are we putting base modifier? It's actually a good question. If we're going off of we want to score Ice Crown next turn, then we should probably put it there. But maybe we can take the risk. We'll put it on Shadow Realm. It's a tough choice. It definitely is a tough choice. I think we'll put it here, spread our targets out, because base modifier is also decently good. So they'll have to pick which one they want to get out. Let's not put all our eggs in one basket. Okay. I like that. Let's see, no specials over here, so we award VP for the base. That's 3 over here and 1 over here. Oop, 1 over here. This goes away. Oh, this goes away. That was a good turn, I think. The Forge. Okay. Draw 2. Alright, stasis counter comes off of this. Breakpoint goes down. Can they score something this turn? I don't know if they can. Well, I can start with this from the lightsaber. Hmm. I don't know what they want to do. I'm not sure if they can score anything. Yeah, they need 12 power, no matter what. They have 3 here, 7, 8, but their action play isn't helping. If they did have, what's it called, Wish to be the strongest minion still, I think they could score Shadow Realm, but as it stands, no, I don't think so. Okay, plan successfully foiled. So I think what we do instead is we're going to play Do or Do Not to just get another future power counter. Can't go back into stasis because it was played from stasis. Let's see. I think we'll play Force Meditation, draw minion printed power 4, get a future draw counter. Lots of good stuff getting revealed on the. Okay, Shakti. This all goes back. And we get a future draw counter. Oh. Do you want to use Yoda so that we can actually use the Forge? Yeah, probably. Order. Actually, hmm. Would it be reasonable to think that they should play Parry first? Because what are the possible draws off of that? Like Plo Koon doesn't care. Let's see, Mace Windu doesn't care. Yeah, I'm thinking all the draws that they would actually want from Force Meditation are things that that wouldn't care about going about um, having the draw counter or being after Force Meditation. No different than playing Parry per se this turn. So I think we actually want to play Parry first on the Forge before we play Force Meditation so that we can get the draw counter off the Forge. I'm gonna say that they did. I'm gonna say that they did that, even though technically they've gained information, but I think that's a more optimal play. And that is what we're all about here, is as close to optimal play as possible. I'm gonna do Parry, get back, which should be the strongest minion. And that's it. Yep, that's a good draw. They got another lightsaber. And Wish for Power is also good. Alright. Great Point goes back up. They draw a card with Shadow Realm. Oh, I forgot to do Elite last turn. They would have seen Minion Modifier and okay. Yeah, I think that they're fine with keeping that there. So they draw Minion Modifier now. That's fine. Let's see, what do they want? Hmm. I think they're going to play Recruit this turn. It's just a question of where. I guess on the Forge. Get a future power counter. I think they're going to play Minion Modifier as well. Although we do sort of want to get base modifier off of there. So yeah, maybe what we do is we play Recruit, play Minion Modifier on it, because Recruit's actually not a bad target for Minion Modifier. Yeah, I like that. Do this, base modifier is going to give it power counter, and go over to the Forge, play Minion Modifier on Recruit, move over to the Forge. That was Minion and action. I think they're good. And let's not forget Elite this time. Those are different, so we draw them. Okay. These guys. Feature counter from the lightsaber. Breakpoint goes down as well. Let's not forget that. Hmm. I think they can break Ice Crown pretty easily this turn. but there's a question of, do we want to just give them draw on Shadow Realm? Because drawing cards is really good. Newsflash. If we can do this without using parry, that would be good. I don't think we care about whether or not we use Kit Fisto. In fact, that might even be good to stop them from having draw. We need what? 12 over here. Play Shock T, that's 8 with the movement. Parry plays Wish to be the strongest minion, that's 10, I guess. And then we've got future power counters for the last little bit. Yeah, that even frees up our action play for the blue lightsaber. Yeah, that's not bad. A little unfortunate how this is working out, but I think it's okay. Yeah. Play Shakti, move over Kit Fisto. Then, we need 4 more power. What's the best way to do that? We do parry to play Wish to be the strongest minion. That increases Shakti's power to 6 because, or well, Kit Fisto's power, I guess, to 6 because Elite is 6 power there. We need 2 more. Is there a standard action we can grab with Yoda that makes this more efficient? Do or do not potentially. That does give up a future counter with the blue lightsaber. May not be the worst thing in the world though. Force push doesn't help, I think. Ooh, actually it does. Force push to force recruit on. That's not bad. That's absolutely not bad. I think that's worth giving up a future counter for. That waste, especially since it's got mini modifier as well. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Okay. I think we're gonna give up the 2 reshuffle counters for that. So we're using Yoda's talent. We got force push. And we play force push to move recruit away from the forge and onto Ice Crown. Alright. That's Ice Crown scoring. No specials over here, I don't think. No specials over here. So that's 4 and 2. And that's Elite gone. This all goes away. Lightsaber goes to another minion because it's on minion print power 4. And conveniently we have parry queued up to receive it, who's also power 4. Alright. Now what? Well, I do have second elite. And I think they would slightly prefer to not put that on the forge. I think it's okay to put it on the forge. Seeing force push gone is kind of big. That's a lot of their removal gone. We do have some good options for smashed up this turn. Get ace back, get back one of their card, get steal one of their cards. That's actually not bad. We can use this as a rebuilding turn. I think it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in hand. Yeah, I think that's okay. Play Elite on the Forge. Base modifier reacts for a power counter. Oh, and yeah, this is 18 now. Forgot to change it earlier. I think we're gonna put this over here now. And we get a future counter of some kind from the Forge. I think we're gonna do future power counter. And then action, yeah, we're gonna do smashed up this turn. Grab back, ace, steal, Shakti perhaps? Just minion, move a minion is not bad at all. Yeah, we don't have good stuff for parry. I don't think the actions are very appealing. Yoda isn't very appealing. Yeah, I'll just do Shakti. Okay, that's it. Draw two. We do Elite. Those are... Oh, I did shuffle the deck. That's just pure coincidence. Wow. How many cards are this in the deck? That is pretty unlikely. Wow. But they draw them. Ace gets played for VP and Shakti just gets drawn. Wow. That was some pretty good luck. Okay. Okay. What are they doing? Are they going for the Forge? I think they do want to go for the Forge. Well, they might not be doing so this turn. They do want to get another 4 out. Hmm. Well, this goes up to 22. Let's see, we could use Force Heal to get a 4 back and play it. That wouldn't be bad, actually. Who would they get back? Yeah, use this as a rebuilding turn for themselves as well. Go for a preservation point, probably. Instead of giving them more draw on Shadow Realm. Who would they want back? Other parry, perhaps? Uh, first of all, parry is probably storing Wish to be the strongest minion again. That's a good point. I don't think there's anything in particular that second parry would be doing this turn. Maybe storing Wish for power, which is, actually not bad. It's not bad at all. Especially with Wish to be the strongest minion in hand. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Okay. We'll do Force Heal, draw a minion from our discard pile, which will be parry. We'll play parry on preservation point, and he'll store whatever this card is. Yeah, we'll use the talent for a reshuffle counter, because next turn we can just use that reshuffle counter if we want to get another one from the Forge. Yeah, because we need to not have the kind that we want to get. All right. All right. What are they doing? Breakpoint goes down over here. Nah, they don't necessarily want to go for the Forge unless they can get the extra VP. It would still be a 4-3, which isn't bad when they're already up by 2 necessarily. Yeah, they'd be at 11 VP. I think just score something else to get to 11 now, I think. Yeah, I think I prefer that. And it's not as good for Big Fat Loot. So if they can score a different base, I think they should. What they could do is double tap base modifier by going Soldier on Preservation Point, Shakti on Shadow Realm to bring Soldier over. That'll be 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. They need 16. So can they get 5 out of their action or other stuff? Let's see, choices. What would choices be doing? Choices could play card, counter, and hmm, I don't know if they're doing it this turn. Hmm. If we had a way to reveal cards, then potentially, yeah, we would be able to do it, but as it stands, I don't think so. Hmm. Oh no, they've got a future power counter. So even just card counters a blank 3 would do it. And then they'd have whatever they want with choices. You could do soft hand to see if they hit the card sharp. Sure. Okay. Do soldier. Base modifier reacts. +2. Base modifier moves. Play a card of another faction, which will be Shakti, to move soldier over. Base modifier reacts. It's the first time we've played a minion on Shadow Realm. And it goes somewhere else. Let's see. Was I wrong? Oh no, I'm not wrong. Okay. Oh, but they do need. Oh, we can do combo draw. That's how we get card counter. Yeah, we do combo draw instead of soft hand because this reveals cards. All right, play choices as our action. We play a minion power three or less, and play a standard action. Play card counter. We play combo draw. Reveal top 5 cards. Make 2 stacks. Okay. How do I want to organize this? I think we put stack deck in the smaller stack with minion. Put it with recruit. Then we'll put gambler, minion modifier, and twisted fate all together. And these guys choose which stack they get. Let's see, with the leader already gone, that does make what's it called? Stack the deck a little less powerful, but uh, it's not good still. I think they give them the 3. I think stack the deck is just too good. All right, we've now revealed 2 more cards, so card counter's got the +2. And this is a big strength of this deck, is being able to burst wall they rebuild with stuff like stack deck with card counter. All right, Shadow Realm scores. They got nothing, so it's just clean 4VP solo. Yeah, they got really lucky on that elite last turn. Speaking of which, different factions. Don't think we need rules expert timing at this point. I think we've gotten through enough of our cards. Although, oh, we should play Big Fat Loot as well. I'm sorry. Play when a base scores, each player draws cards equal to the printer's forward. So we're just drawing these anyway. Along with, oh, well, look at that. Stack deck, high roller. Great. Now we do elite. Oh, sorry, we have to discard down first. Although, yeah, discard down first before we see elite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we'll get rid of rules expert time. I think we've got enough actions to play in the meantime. That will be okay. And I think we'll get rid of soft hand. Owned by any player. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need the removal when we're up by 6. I mean, that could obviously change, but we're still in command of the game. Don't think we need threatening removal. Now we do elite. Soft hand. Okay, we just draw these. No faction balance yet. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll see it eventually. Okay. These guys. They definitely want to strike something while they can. Base modifier if they can help it, probably. I don't know. I don't know if they can help it though. Hmm. It would be really nice if they had a small minion to play with preservation point, because then we'd have Wish for Power, which would be the strongest minion. That'd be a huge boost. But we don't. Hmm. Do we play Gin and Tonic? Yeah, I think I like playing Gin and Tonic to play Blue Lightsaber and Wish for Wealth. I think we just need all that stuff. I think we hold off on using our future counters or our parry stored cards until we can break something. Unless we really think we can afford to do Wish for Power. I don't think we can. I think giving them any leeway is not a good idea, especially if we're playing Gin and Tonic on Dark Web, which I think we are, and then planning to break Preservation Point. Yeah. Gin and Tonic, play Blue Lightsaber, spread them out, play Wish for Wealth. Here. Yeah. Okay, so we get a reshuffle and a draw. And that's it. Yeah. Yeah, Dreamy Genie. Okay. That'll be good for next turn. They've got a chance, I think. Okay. Can they win this turn? They would win this turn by breaking Forge and using its ability for an extra VP, which means they have to play 2 minions there. They've got Twisted Fate for Card Sharp. And that gives 1. Then we've got 2. Oh, we've also got High Roller for that, actually. Oh, High Roller lets us... How do we want to do this? High Roller would be, what, 14? We can reveal Card Sharp for 15, 16, 17. Then action is, I don't know, Twisted Fate for card counter. What did I say that would be? This is 14, 15, 16, 17. That'd be 18, 19, 20. A little short. I'm not seeing a way for them to get more out of this. So I think they just defend Preservation Point. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. Well, the other option, I suppose, is they try and score one of the other bases. Preservation Point would be easier. Oh, especially with base modifier there. Let's see. Play High Roller there. That's what? 9, 10, 11 with base modifier. We do reveal Card Sharp, and that makes 12. Minion modifier is another 5 for 17. Okay, so that's still a little short. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so they can't quite break anything this turn. I think what they do is they play Recruit there. give it a power counter with base modifier, and move it to the forge. And then, do they do stack the deck this turn? Or do they do smashed up this turn? Try and cheese another VP out of ace? I don't think they need to cheese another VP out of ace. I think they'll be fine without that. So maybe they just do stack deck. Yeah, do stack deck. No, this goes to the box. Get 2 cards of our choice. We're gonna grab, yeah, probably high card and faction balance. Where's faction balance? There's faction balance. So let you read those real quick. All right. And end our turn, I think. Yep. Do elite. And we got discard down first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get rid of soft hand, get rid of smashed up. And as small as our deck is, I don't think we need the stuff that's in our discard pile. I think we can win with what's in our hand. And actually, no, we do have to think about faction balance now. We do have to think about that. Ooh, yeah, we want to be discarding card slinger cards. We want to balance things out. Yeah, so get rid of soft hand and soft hand, I guess. Right now it's worth 3. Okay, now we do elite. Nope. We'll do showdown on bottom. We'll put card trap on top. Okay. They definitely don't have removal in their hand right now. They have draw counters to potentially draw some, though. I think they need to do that, or else they're trying to go for Dark Web. Qui-Gon Jinn. Can they score Dark Web this turn instead? Get their 4 VPs solo that way? I don't know if it's going to matter. I think they need a bit more juice than that. But I don't know if they're getting any more juice than that. Let's use another draw counter. Force Ghost helps, I think. Oh, Shakti should be in their discard pile. Oh, we have to draw with Wish for Wealth as well. Oh, okay. Wish for more time. We do have to remember Wish for Wealth's downside. Let's see. Can they go for the Forge? Yeah, this is the card they were trying to draw towards with the draw counters. So this is good. Can they break Forge and use Wish for Time? It's probably the best shot they've got. Let's think here. We can use Dreamy Genie to get rid of Wish for Wealth. Yeah. We need to do that, in fact. And then she's going to receive Wish to be the strongest minion, so it doesn't matter what her actual power is. I think we can do this. Yeah. Do we need our future power counters? We can do this talent at least. This is going to be over here. That is our 1 extra card for the turn right now. So we need to get rid of Wish for Wealth now. Oh, this goes on here. Okay, so now parry is a 7. We need 12 more power. And we know we're playing Dreamy Genie to move Wish for Wealth. This parry is definitely playing Wish to be the strongest minion on Djinni Jedi. So that's +5 right now. We need 5 more. Each of these future power count. The question is, can we get away with playing Wish for Time, and would we want to use our future power counters first before we play Djinni Jedi in that case? I think yes, because I think we spend the 2 of them for power counters on parry before we play Djinni Jedi. So now Djinni Jedi is going to be worth another +2. And we get a power counter from the Forge that we can't use, unfortunately. Let's see, is there any more value you can squeak out of this so that we can play Wish for Time? If we don't solo it, the score is going to be 9-13. That still isn't very good. But maybe it's better to not anyway. Maybe it's better not to do this anyway. Yeah, maybe it's better to not get the solo anyway because of the downside on Wish for More Time. It does go into stasis, which I have seen backfire before tremendously. Could we do Force Ghost for somebody in a way that matters? Hmm. Hmm. I see a way we could get Force Push back, but that actually doesn't even score the base. Yeah. So what is the way that we're getting another power out of this? Maybe instead of using our future power counters, we use Do or Do Not. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Is instead of using our future power counters, which I guess means we can draw one more card before we play Djinni Jedi to get a draw counter. Yeah. Is instead of having these, we play Do or Do Not for 3 power. Which also gives Djinni Jedi another power. Yeah, I think that is acceptable, at least. If they win next turn, they win next turn anyway. Whether we got the solo there or not. Yeah. Okay. No specials. So it's just this and this. Lightsaber is going to move away. Oh, what the heck? Oh, they spend 3. They have to spend 3 counters for the VP. I'm sorry. I'll do 1, 2, 3. Cousin Larry's Smoke Pit is probably the best base they could have seen, other than Shiro. Okay. Draw 2 for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think they can afford to get rid of 1 Wish for Invincibility and potentially 1 copy of Dreamy Genie. Yeah. Oh, and they should have used the blue lightsaber talent as well after they got the future counter from the forge, obviously. Okay, so now they've got the correct amount of counters. Okay, but I don't think this matters because I think these guys have it by a country mile. Boom. Uses talent, reveal a minion from right hand. The effect for revealing a 2 is place a power counter on somebody, and that card sharp gets played for free. Draw a card, and oh, I should have considered faction balance first. Hold on. Actually, no, we haven't played any Centurion cards, so it's gonna be 3 no matter what. Faction balance, reveal our hand, which obviously triggers all of those Centurion benefits, and we get 3 power counters because there's 3 pairs of cards we can form from different factions. Yeah, they blow this out of the water. Because high card gets played for free as well. Gives somebody +4. And obviously card sharp could have been played that way too, but that gets more power out of high roller. And we got recruit. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And they've got another action, which doesn't do anything. Yeah. No, actually they do have they did have another card sharp that they can play with faction balance. Okay, yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, yep. Preservation point scores. That's 4 VP here and 2 VP here. And that's game. This is playing out similarly to what happened in round 1. This is just an extremely high octane deck, and these guys are not fast enough or snowballing fast enough to keep up. We'll see if they can win game 2 and potentially game 3, but my expectations are not very high for that. We'll see what happens though. It's time for game number 2. This time we're using our medium risk base deck, and Jedi are going first again since they lost the last game. Let's jump in. Alright, so Obi-Wan Kenobi is a very, very good card to have in our opening hand, and it's just a question of where we play it. Probably on Pumpkin Patch. Yeah, we're gonna put on Pumpkin Patch. Search your deck for a lightsaber and play it. Grab the strange green lightsaber. Playing on Obi-Wan. This is by far the best one. Use the talent, and I think we're good on everything else. Don't want to play Wish for More Time on Obi-Wan. That gets rid of the lightsaber, which we don't want. Okay. These guys have high roller in their opening hand. Oh my gosh. Oh, we have to put a counter on Pumpkin Patch. Let's see, what do I want to do? Let's put high roller on Nightmare Avenue. Use a talent. Reveal a 3 to draw a card. Reveal card counter. We'll play soft hand. Reveal a random card in your hand. Play it or draw 2 cards. Owned by any player. I've just been using the convention of the leftmost card is the one that gets revealed by soft hand. And we're just gonna draw 2, I think. Drawing cards is good. Okay. Ooh, stack deck. Real good. Alright, what are we doing now? I think what we want to do is we want to do Qui-Gon. Do we want to be spending the future counters for card draw with Qui-Gon? I don't think so. Not yet, at least. Do we want to use Wish for More Time on somebody? Potentially. Make them really pay for Nightmare. That means we're putting Wish for More Time on High Roller, which is obviously not great. Hmm. I think we do still play Qui-Gon on Nightmare. I'm also thinking about playing There Is No Try, because at the very least we'll have 4 for that, which is not bad at all. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Ordinarily, this is a really big payoff card that gets used late in the game, but we've got the action economy to use it right now, and I think we'll be able to use it well for something or other, because they're not going to score this on their own, I don't think. Okay, second lightsaber, that's good. What are they doing? I think what they want to do is they want to put a second minion on Nightmare so they can get the extra VP from it. Hmm. What's the way they want to go about doing this? I think I want to play stack deck as well. Grab Ace, grab something else. Play card counter on Pumpkin Patch. We'll use High Roller's talent, reveal card sharp, place a power counter on the card counter. Oh, we gotta remove the counter from this as well. I don't really like tracking this until I think it becomes relevant. Right, play the card sharp, do card sharp's ability. We'll play recruit, sorry, stack deck, which will grab definitely ace. I guess just leader as well. And that's it. Okay, stasis counter comes off here. This appreciated. We do want to make sure that we have something we can destroy with Nightmare Avenue, and that we can still win the base after that. Well, that's not going to be a problem, actually, because we'll have There Is No Try. I think one way or another, we're playing Dreamy Genie this turn to replay Green Lightsaber, get another feature power counter. Yeah. We will return Green Lightsaber to our hand, replay it so we can use the talent again. And then we'll play Purple Lightsaber on Qui-Gon, I guess, just in case they have a Twisted Fate, since we know they have a 5 in hand. We'll gain a future reshuffle counter. Okay, and that's it. What are we doing? I think we can play leader this turn, make them really think about going for Nightmare. Play leader on Jellyfish, perhaps? Hmm. Let's see. We know that There Is No Try is going to be worth at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 20. Hmm. That's. Hmm. And Qui-Gon can make that 21 with spending a future power counter normally. Yeah, so they're gonna basically get that for free. Hmm. Yeah, we definitely want to put leader there. I don't think it would be smart to do owned by any player, just in case they have removal. Do we want to put a third minion there? Do we want to break the base ourselves even? If we break that base ourselves, they're getting Pumpkin Patch probably. Which, I don't know, that might not be a bad thing. Scoring Nightmare Avenue ourselves may not be the worst course of action ever. If we can break it, at least. We need plus what? 8? Recruit would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2, this is 1. So that'd be 5. Do we have something that can give us 3? Yes, we've got choices. Hmm. And we've got High Roller's Talent. Yes. So what we can do is we can do choices to play base modifier and play maybe owned by any player. Owned by any player does oh owned by any player would get rid of purple lightsaber by stealing Qui-Gon. Uh, is that the best use of owned by any player though? I think we can save it and set up for later. Yeah. Start with choices. Play base modifier. Play recruit. Yeah, may as well do it this way. Base modifier gives the recruit +2 and moves to somewhere else. Put it on the jellyfish. Yeah. Then we use recruit's ability. Actually, do we have another 2 in here? We do. Gain +3. Unfortunately, we do not have another card sharp in hand to reveal with High Roller, but we do have another recruit that we can use to get the last power counter we need. And then we'll play leader with our normal minion. And base modifier will give him a power counter. Let's keep it on jellyfish, actually. The transfer is optional. Okay. Nightmare Avenue scores. Mandatory events go first. I say we do leader first before we do Nightmare Avenue. Alright, so showdown or soldier. If we do soldier, can we just score jellyfish? We need 10. No, we only get 8. At least do a decent come at me. Yeah, we've already used base modifier this turn. So maybe we put a second defender out on Pumpkin Patch. Yeah, it makes it a little bit harder for them to score anyway. Put card counter here. Yeah, and then this gets shuffled in. Okay. Good job, leader. We'll sack the card sharp for VP. These guys will sack Djinni Jedi for a VP. And then we got VP as normal. Lightsaber is going to go to Obi-Wan. This all goes away. Elysium. Huh, okay. Draw 2. Ooh, good draw. Let's organize this a little bit better. Okay. Stasis. Oh, this all appreciated. Stasis counter comes off here. This is on, so everybody does a +1. So they need to play 2 minions there if they want to, or no minions if they want to get the +1. If they can get the +1, that'll be really, really nice, because then they can get another foreign into play, or at least another minion. Let's start with these. And again, this is worth 7. So that would, yeah, they need 10, so they need 3 more if they want to do that. They can do Wish for Power. That would do it. And Elysium is helping us out here. Is that's optional, right? Yes. Yeah. Nightmare Avenue is mandatory because it says each player may. Elysium is optional because it's one player may choose. So we can sequence this so that we can play. I guess we're playing Shock T as a blank 4. It's better than losing the lightsabers though. And we'll still have another minion of power 4 in play for Elysium, which is good. All right. It's not the best start to the game, but I think it's okay. I think it's good enough to be worth pursuing. Okay. Play Wish for Power. It's 3 power counters. We do There Is No Try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't spend the future counters with their own abilities until the end of the turn. But that's okay. And yeah, we'll just play Shakti. It's a little too bad, but I think that is better than anything else we could do, because then we'd be losing the lightsabers eventually. Like, if we play Gin and Tonic, then like we could play Wish for More Wishes, I guess. But yeah, I think this is a better long-term strategy, even if it uses Shakti in this way. Yeah, okay. Pumpkin Patch scores. We got leader. Oh, oh, that's just unlucky. Wow. Holy crap. That is really funny. So I guess we're playing Soldier again. The question is where? We do Jellyfish. Just insta-score Jellyfish on their turn. Sort of a fan of that. What does that do? Does that use Jellyfish adequately? Not quite sure it does. We could play Twisted. We could play Soldier and then Twisted Fate. Reveal the 2 so we get our top 3. So that sets up leader for later. Sure, I like that. Showdown goes back first. Play Soldier. Gets +2 from base modifier. Base modifier goes to here. And we play Soldier. And she'll play Twisted Fate. Reveal Recruit to reveal our top 3. Ooh, card shark, that's nice. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna play Card Sharp. These go to the top or bottom in any order. We're gonna put Big Fat Loot here and Soft Hand on the bottom. And then we play Card Sharp to draw Big Fat Loot. I'm not gonna put anything on top unless we want to do Ace. Yeah, we're gonna score another base, so we're gonna put Ace on top. Okay, and then get the power counter from base modifier. I think we're gonna leave that there. Yeah, everything else is scoring, so yeah. Alright, that's leader. These guys got nothing. So that's 4 over here, 2 over here. We're not done with this turn yet, though. Now these go somewhere else. Elysium will, in fact, move Obi-Wan. This actually stays. But all the attachments get removed. Yeah, it's important for seeing whether or not they can triple score Elysium or not. Well, actually, we can think about that with base modifier. Maybe 16? Oh yeah, we can totally just triple score. Actually, it doesn't matter whether we do the power counter or not. Yeah. Okay, so we're losing base modifier, but that's okay. Yeah, they only had the 1 minion there. Do they want? I think they do want to save Obi-Wan, but it's unfortunate how this is working out. Yeah. Okay. Towers of Eternia. Okay. Gargantuan Jellyfish scores. There's the base ability, but that can't do anything. We do leader now since that's mandatory, and they're still deciding what order things happen in. Right. Ace. Wow. Did they just draw it this time? They might just draw it this time. Yeah, because there's nothing. They might use Big Fat Loot. just to have a chance of using Jellyfish well. Yeah, they're gonna just draw Soldier, and Ace gets played. Okay. Yeah, no other specials. Sets 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're gonna play Big Fat Loot. Oh, sorry, no, it goes like this. Yes. So they draw 2, man, and they draw 3. Yeah, I suppose they at least got something to play with Soldier. Let's see. Now we'll do. Yeah, we'll save Leader with Elysium. We'll play Soldier first to play Twisted Fate, reveal our top 3. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna get to play Card Sharp, obviously, and this sets up Leader for Elysium as well. Yeah, we don't need to play Recruit at all. Okay, we're gonna play Card Sharp once this is all done. I'm just wondering what we draw. I think we draw a minion modifier and we put Gambler on top. There's a very far outside chance that we can score towers as well this turn, which would be ludicrous. Let's put Gambler on top. It's just 4 towards breaking towers. Then we just need like a card sharp or something to break it. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way for us to move base modifier over because. Oh, actually, well, what we could have done is not put the power counter on. Oh no, it has to be after the first time. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. Now I think we're done with all of that sequencing. Yeah, lightsabers are still gonna go over here just because they can. But yeah, this ended up being a very bad turn for them. Just the way things ended up working out. Alright, VLT. Now we score Elysium. Do leader, gambler, or rules expert timing. Okay. Do they play gambler? Probably. Put gambler on. Well, no, it's gonna be their turn, so they can just score. Yeah, we're gonna put gambler on VLT, and it's gonna be their turn, so they can score towers on their own time. Yeah, this goes back to the deck. Okay, this scores. Boom, boom. Lightsabers go away. Obi-Wan goes away. Yeah. Scores 11-11. It is close. It is close. All right. Now they draw their turn. Okay. Please appreciate. We can do gambler. I think they do want to try and score towers this turn. Gets back leader or high roller actually. Yeah, probably high roller. Gets back high roller and I guess just base modifier. Yeah. But I think we can start with gambler. Do we want to smashed up ace into our deck? We need 5 power over there. How much is recruit worth? Recruit's worth 4, I think. 1, 2, both from Card Sharp, and that's not unique. So they can do no unbanned player doesn't quite work. They can do minion modifier worst case scenario for just the +1. Okay, so we can just do gam. We can do smashed up first if we want a shot at ace. How much of a shot at ace is it? It's 1 in 8. Actually, Slight. It's 1.5, but it's fine. It does put the pressure on. If suddenly they're at 12 VP, I think it does expand other options. So we get back where ace, and we might just be pulling Shock T again. Yeah. We're gonna pull Shock T again. Then we do Gambler. We discard one of the cards to play an extra action. Okay, I guess we're getting rid of an elite. That's not great, but also not the worst thing ever. It's fine. Alright. Play Recruit, play Minion Modifier. That's +3. Alright, tower scores, nothing they can do. No VPs awarded, but we get. Oh, we can do VLT before we do this, I guess. Yeah. I'll reveal and bottom deck card counter. Okay, now we score towers. And yeah, we're gonna play High Roller, I think. Yeah. Spread them out. Yeah, we got Shakti coming in eventually, so. We don't care about choices. I don't think we want to just spend this on draw 2. We'll just play base modifier. We could even do base modifier before we do high roller, so that high roller gets a power counter. Okay, this goes away. And I draw 2. Okay. If they can score base, well, other than Cooler Ice Castle, I suppose. If they can get 4 VP from something, they win. Can they, though? They've got what? Kit Fisto for 4. Actually, Mace Windu would be better. Mace Windu, play Defenders. That's 8, 12 in all likelihood, and basically 12. Then we spend these for 16, 17, 18, 19. It's a little short. It's slightly short. Let's see, what else? 4 of 21. Yeah, it's the exact same. Huh. Is there something they can do with gin and tonic? How much do they need? They need 17 power anywhere. It's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, is it the exact same? Is it really? 4, 8? No, 13 versus 15. That's what I thought. Yeah. Spend 2 to get 4. Yeah. I think they make it as unlikely as possible that a base scores. So I think what they do is they do force meditation. Yeah, whatever gives them the most draw counters. Yeah, so they'll do force meditation. Yoda, sure. Play Gin and Tonic over on Cooler Ice Castle. We'll play Wish for Invincibility on High Roller, I think. Yeah. Figure if they have Shakti now, High Roller can't move over because of Wish for Invincibility. Okay, I think that's it. Does this secure a win for next turn? Do they need to play something on one of those other bases? Maybe it is better to play something on like Ire or something. Yeah, if they play it on Ire, then they actually want to put Wish for Invincibility on the Gambler. Yeah, because so that the Gambler can't move over to Ire. Yeah. Yeah. Since that's going to be the closest base to breaking. On the other hand, if we put it on VLT, then we're playing into base modifier, but we get to use VLT. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Next turn, do they need VLT to win next turn? They'd have Mace Windu for 13 defenders. Thir Mace Windu, and then they need 10 more. This is 4. Windu makes it 8. Yeah, no, they don't. Okay, so then they're gonna do it this way. Yeah. I think this is the best way that actually wins them the game next turn. Okay. Yeah, if it helps too. Sort of. Alright. I don't think these guys can win this turn. I think all of their lines that involve a win start by playing combo draw anyway. Or no, they can start with VLT actually. Yeah. Ooh. That's a good hit. Those are both really good hits. Can we grab Ire now? I think that is the best. Unless the best is actually somehow VLT still. That needs 14, this needs 17, 15 when you take into account base modifier. So even without base modifier and movement, Ire is better to go for, and playing the card sharp doesn't help at all. Yeah, so I think what we do is we reveal card sharp and attempt to bottom deck it, but it's just going to get played instead. We draws recruit, so that we have a minion in hand, guaranteed. A minion worth quite a bit of power, mind you. Yeah, so we're going to reveal and attempt to bottom deck card sharp, but it gets played. Draw this. Don't particularly care about anything else. Do we play faction balance? No, because we're going to be able to get Gambler. We know it's high card and something else. I think we act when we have more information. Yeah. Play combo draw. Ooh, hit ace. I guess that doesn't actually matter. Hit Shakti. That's unfortunate, I guess. Okay, so these two don't matter. It's gonna be 15. So it's how do we distribute these 3 cards? So this makes faction balance worth 2. So we want to distribute these such that they want us to take the 2. So let's distribute them like this. Shakti and Ante, and then Gambler. And for what it's worth, we might still be able to score a very large telescope instead. If we, yeah. Actually, is that, I think that means we want to separate them out like this. Yeah, we want to separate them out like this. Shakti or Gambler and Ante. So yeah, that's actually, I think, a better way to distribute things. And yeah, I do think it is better to give them the two in this scenario, even from their perspective. Because Shakti, with this all revealed, that'll be 8, 12 with high card. Well, yeah, they haven't played a minion yet, so figure the high card power goes on High Roller. Then they've got Shakti, that's 4, 4, 8, 16, and this would be plus another 6. Yeah, so yeah, they can't afford to give Shakti away. That's just an instant loss. Okay, this, doing the math again, it's 8, 12, sorry, 8, 12. This comes over for 6 for 18 actually, so they would need 3 more, but they'd have an action play to do it with, and High Roller's talent. Like that is very, very risky. I think it is better to just do it this way for them. Well, they're definitely playing ace. Do they actually have enough in their cards to do what's it called? High card. I guess that actually does mean it matters what we do with. Yeah, we can put ace. Yeah, we'll split them up with Shakti in the ace pile and high card in the other pile, since they don't know we have faction balance, I don't think. Because what was grabbed with stack deck? It was leader and it was. Oh, was it faction balance? No, 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 they just drew this natural. I know they just drew this natural. What did they draw with? What's it called? Maybe it was just ace. Yeah, it must have just been ace. Yeah. So yeah, I think what they do is they put ace in the Shakti pile and high card in the other pile. And they anticipate it not mattering, but high card is actually going to get drawn. Because now that's more juice for faction balance. Yeah. We've played an action already, but we have Gambler. So we're going to do Gambler, discard Showdown, play an extra action, which is going to be faction balance, reveal all the stuff for 3 power counters, got 3 pairs of cards. Now we play high card. That's 18. Yeah, this is definitely enough. And we still have an extra action on top of this. I don't think it matters. Yeah. And now we've got 3 for recruit. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. High roller is going to reveal recruit before we play it. Yeah, we still haven't used our normal minion play for a power counter. And then we play recruit normally. And it's got 1, 2, 3, plus 3. And they'll throw an owned by any player on there just to make them not feel bad about leaving the gin and tonic out. I guess that's actually not true. They would still feel bad about it. But you gotta play risky. If they didn't have the win next turn, I don't think. Because what could they put out on Cooler Ice Castle? They could have done, if they put the gin and tonic there, they would have had. Yeah, officially, these guys win 17-13. But let's see, if gin and tonic had been played here instead, we could do if it would be the best for putting the most power out, I think. Then we do Wish for Power. That's another 4. Oh, it doesn't even score the base. Oh, no, actually, yes, it does. We do Ifrit's Talent, then we do the future power counters for another 5. That's 17. So let's see. What would they have gotten off the flop on Cooler Ice Castle? No, no, they wouldn't have scored that. Okay, so yeah, that was the right move for them to risk it for the biscuit and ire. Okay, but yeah, Card Centurions win the set with a clean 2-0 victory. Sends Jedi home. They had a really good run in the losers bracket, though. I don't think they can complain about their performance. They took out the number 1 seed even. Like they played a really good tournament. I enjoyed playing this deck. But Card Centurions moving on. We'll see how much farther they can go. Thank you all for watching.